let's talk about volume of rectangular prisms. Now, a rectangular prism, think a tissue box. That's what always comes to my head, or a rectangular swimming pool, right? So when we talk about volume, we're filling up a three-dimensional figure. So if you think of a swimming pool, when you fill it up with water, that is volume. Or when you think about a tissue box, the tissues inside are taking up space, therefore that's the volume. So that's the idea. Now, the basic idea of volume, when we're talking about a prism, we're talking about rectangular prisms specifically here, but prisms in general, volume is found by taking the area of the base and then multiplying by the height of the prism. Okay, now for this case, we have the base of our prism, in this case, is a rectangle. And the area of the base of a rectangle is length times width. And then the height is the distance between the two bases. So the length of space that connects the two bases, that is the height. So we would take length times width times height to find the volume of a rectangular prism. Okay, that's the idea. Now, just for fun, if we were talking about a triangular prism, right, we know that the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height, and then we would multiply by the height of the height being the total space there for the prism, right? So that's the idea of area of the base times the height. And the reason that works is because the area of the base, and then you think about we're just stacking them on top of each other. And that's why we multiply by the height. Okay, let's do some problems. Find the volume of the prism below. Okay, so here's my base in red. So the base is 6 by 4. So I'm going to take the area of the base, 6 times 4, and then multiply by the height, which is the length of space that connects the two bases, multiplying by 10. So 6 times 4 times 10 is 240. Now, units are important because I like to think about it kind of the easy way. We're multiplying 3 dimensions, length times width times height. That means 3 dimensions, we are cubed. When you're talking about area, that's 2 dimensions, so it's just squared. But volume is 3 dimensions, so it's cubed. What about the volume of this prism? Now we have our base, which is 9 by 3. Okay, so 9 times 3 for the base, times the height, which is the length of space between the two bases, which is an 8. So 9 times 3 times 8 is 216, and we are in inches, so that's inches cubed. Now, sometimes you don't have a picture. Sometimes you just have a problem here. Find the volume of a rectangular prism with a base that is 4 by 7 and a height of 14 inches. All right, so they're telling you the base is 4 by 7 and the height is 14 inches, right? So this is what it would look like, basically. Okay, so volume, area of the base, 4 times 7 times the height, which is 14. So 4 times 7 times 14 gives us 392, and because we're in inches, we are inches cubed. Now notice inches, inches, inches. When you're finding volume, you want to make sure that all units are in the same. So here all 3 are inches, so we are in cubic inches.